We're gonna replace the headlight in my 2011 Malibu, and you would think this would be a very easy process. You just pop the hood and get access from behind. But it's actually not that easy. Unfortunately, you have to take the entire bumper off to get to the headlight, the back of it, because it's all blocked from the inside. So we're gonna pop the hood here, and I'll show you guys the process and try to do this as quick as possible to help you be able to replace your own. So the first thing we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to remove this plastic top piece right here. So you've got these 10mm bolts that you're gonna have to take off. Let's get the cat out of the way. So you're gonna take this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and then these two off to remove the shroud. And then there's gonna be these little plastic caps as well. The previous owner took this off before and then ended up breaking these, which are actually pretty easy to break. But the way to take these off, depending if they've ever been messed with or not, it might be a little easier than others. There's an actual tool that you can get, but I find it easier just to use a screwdriver. And like I said, if it's ever been removed before, they're pretty easy. And then it just pops up like that, and then this piece comes off. But you can see these ones have been used before. So then you gotta pop this piece off right here, and that comes off. So you're gonna have 4 of those as well. So then you're gonna take 10mm socket and get these removed. So you're gonna take all your screws, everything you just took off, we'll set it to the side, somewhere you're not gonna lose them all, and then you just gotta remove this piece. Now, if it's never been removed before, it might stick a little bit. Take that, and you're gonna leave that off to the side as well. Now it's gonna expose this here. So the person that had this car before took this bumper off, and you can see the bolts here have not been put back. There's gonna be 10mm bolts here throughout. These will all have to be removed the exact same way that we just did. So you're gonna get those removed, and that's gonna allow you to be able to pop this bumper off like that. And then you're gonna be able to pop this side off. There's just gonna be clips. So you're just gonna pull back, and that's gonna undo those clips. So as you can see, right here are those clips I was talking about. So when you're pulling this, don't worry that you're gonna break it. They're meant to pop out like that, but it's gonna be a little bit of tension because they're clipped in on these little hooks here. So you'll just wanna pull, and that's gonna pop out. So then we're gonna have to come back down here into the fender well. There's gonna be some bolts that need removed so we can pull this bottom part out. Got these 3 pieces here. You're just gonna take a screwdriver and pop these off. So this is what those look like. So that's why it's gonna be difficult to pull off, because they've got all these pieces here. So pop that one off. So a helpful tip here when you're working inside your wheel well, make sure you turn your wheel that way so you now can have access to your tools this way instead of having to work around the tire. Just gives you a little bit more space to work with. So you're gonna pull this back, and there's gonna be a bolt up in here, but you're going to get in there. It's gonna be hard to see on the camera, but you're gonna reach in there with your socket, you're gonna undo that, and that's gonna allow you to pull this bumper off. So we went in there, removed that bolt. So now you're just gonna pull, and as you can see, that took down all the way here and this whole side of your bumper. So that's gonna pull this away from the whole side of your light, which is gonna give you access to be able to pull this out and actually be able to replace the bulb. So we'll go to this side, and as you can see in here, there's gonna be another bolt right here, and there's another one right here, and that's gonna allow you to pull this out and have access to the back of it. So now that you got that last bolt off, that's gonna drop your headlight, and you're gonna have access to it. Now when you're pulling this, don't be afraid that you're gonna break this. This is a plastic, so it is flexible. Obviously you don't wanna yank on it too hard to where it's gonna crack the plastic, but it's still gonna be flexible, so you can move it out of your way to get access to that headlight. So now that we have this pulled back, you have access to both your bulbs. This is your low beam, it's gonna be your high beam. We're just replacing the low beam. So all you're gonna do is twist to the side and pull back. There's these 2 tabs on either side. You're gonna pull those out, and then you can pull that off there. So that's your old headlight, and you can see you've got these little metal tabs. Those are gonna match there. So when you're putting it in and you twist it, you're gonna wanna make sure those metal tabs match those ones. So now we got our new headlight out. So now we've got the new bulb, same thing. It's gonna have those 3 tabs. So you can come in here. You're just gonna push straight down, and that's gonna lock it into place. You just wanna make sure those 2 click. So then you're gonna take this in, and then you're gonna rotate, and that's gonna lock it into place. And then what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna test it. So we're gonna go start the car real quick, make sure it works. Because the last thing you wanna do is throw this all back together and then find out it doesn't work. So you're just gonna do everything back in reverse to put your car back together, and then you could be like this guy and just leave all the bolts off, and the fact that it's really annoying if you're gonna have to replace the other one eventually. But throw everything back together and you should be good. I don't know why they design cars like this. It should be so simple to just leave some access there like the older vehicles were, where you could work on them yourself, but they like to make it a lot more difficult and cost you a lot more money. But hopefully this video helped you so you don't have to take it to a shop and you can do it yourself. Probably will take you about a half hour, 45 minutes, depending on the tools and if you have some help. I hope this video is able to help you replace your own light bulb, save you some money, not take it to a dealership, and hopefully be a little less stressful because of how much of a nightmare the design for this headlight is. So follow steps, you should be able to get it taken care of pretty quickly. I did link the bulb that I use, so if you want to click that link, it's in the description. You can pick it up from Amazon and you should be able to get everything replaced fairly easily. If this video was helpful and you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing and hitting that like button. As you can tell, I got a lot of stuff going on behind me here. I do a lot of other stuff on my channel. If you'd love to take a look at those, I would love for having you to check out the channel and watch some other videos and stick around. And I appreciate you all. We'll talk to you later.